This is the review for the benchmark, which will be tomorrow. Okay, so this is your second review. You got one yesterday, and this is today's. The one yesterday looks like this. Okay, it has a picture of this. So this one is due with this one. So you're gonna just staple them and turn them in tomorrow when you take your benchmark. There's two different reviews, and both of these keys are online in the classroom. There's this one was yesterday, this one is today. So this is Tuesdays. For number one, okay, how many grams of CS2 are present in 10 moles of CS2? So it's moles to grams. Whatever you're looking for goes in the top right. These two units have to match. So this is not stoichiometry. This is the mole concept, mole conversions, molar mass, and percent composition. So when we did this, you were able to always put a number 1 in front of mole. Anytime it's the mole concept, you can put a number 1 in front of mole. But now that we're in stoichiometry, okay, that's what we did a little bit yesterday, we use coefficients. But today we're not using coefficients, you're just going to put a number 1 in front of mole. And this is when we use Avogadro's number for atoms, particles, formula units. Where do we find grams of CS2? Where do we find grams of anything? Yeah, the periodic table. And then you just add them together. So I'm adding 64 and 12. So CS2 weighs 76. I got 76 because there's 1 carbon and there's 2 sulfurs. And then you add them together. Anything side by side you multiply. So 10 times 76 divided by 1. The closest answer choice is going to be D. Any questions on how to do moles? I know it's kind of different to switch back from stoichiometry. But again, this is the mole concept where you were always putting a 1 in front of mole, and then you were using Avogadro's number, 6.02 times 10 to the 23. You use that number for atoms, formula units, molecules, particles. So we'll probably practice some of those today too. Yeah, number 2, it's exactly what I was talking about, how many molecules. Set up your T-chart. Whatever number you're given in the problem goes in your top left. And if you already know how to do this, you can go ahead, finish this up, and then have some free time to yourself. So molecules is what I don't have, that's what I'm looking for. Whatever you're looking for goes here. So in case you forgot how to set these up, I'll put the template. The only number in the problem up here is what you're looking for. Usually just put the unit. And then whatever unit here, these units match. I'll give you a second to write that down. What number do you put in front of mole? 1. What number do you put in front of molecules? Avogadro's number. So anything side by side gets multiplied. So you're just multiplying 0.25 times 6.02 times 10 to the 23. Type in your calculator so you know how to do this on the exam tomorrow. You know how to do it on the final. You'll get really comfortable knowing how to do this if you just follow along. So that's 0.25 times So this is what I got. Tell me if you get something different. 1.05 times 10 to the 23. I'm just going to make this note in case you don't know when to use it. I would probably write this note on my periodic table, or write this little T-chart right here on my periodic table, because you can't use the notes during your exam, but you can use your periodic table. We'll go down to number 3. There's only one number in the problem. That's going to go in my top left. If this says molecules, this has to say molecules. And what am I looking for? Moles. So you can do 2.55 times 10 to the 18 times 1 divided by Avogadro's number. You don't really need to multiply it, just divide the 2. So go ahead and type that in your calculator. Please, Mr. Hicks. Yes. Hey. Sorry. No, I have lunch for. And the rest is right. Second conference. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, thank you. Okay, what answer did you guys get? Okay, so I got this really long number, can't really see it, 0.00004, but I'm going to put it in scientific mode. It should be 4.23 times 10 to the 6. So the answer is A. To turn it into scientific, you hit the second button. Second, and then the button right next to it where it says DRG, and then you could switch modes. Okay, number 4. How many moles of NR2 are present? Where do you find grams of NO2? You need to add these two together. So you just do 114 divided by 46 to get the answer. This is what comes out in the calculator.